All right, so let's take a look at this one, Rhino Hunt with Autopsy. There's some silly story about how they illegalized possession of rhinoceros images. But anyway, we download this evidence file called case1.zip, and then you want to verify the hash value, which is a common forensic activity. When you get anything, you tell you what the hash should be, and you verify it to make sure it hasn't been altered. Now, the download link for this hash calc seems to be gone. I'll update it later, but you don't really need it, as I just did before we started here. You can calculate hashes with PowerShell now in Windows. So what this shows you is that the MD5 of this thing should be 6A8 and so on. And you can calculate the MD5 in PowerShell, which we did here. So let me just clear. And what you do, if I do a directory, I'll see the file I want to do the hash of is this case1.zip, and the PowerShell command that calculates the hash is this one, get file hash, then you specify the algorithm. So I'm going to do MD5, and when you do that, you get 6A8, so that proves the file is okay. And to get the flag, you just need to get the SHA-1 hash, and just replace MD5 with SHA-1 to get that. So we don't really need this hashcalc tool anymore now that PowerShell includes hashes. So that's a good thing to know. And this is what you usually do with evidence. First, you verify the hash to make sure you got a good download. Don't waste your time analyzing a corrupt image. Now we're going to unzip it. Windows doesn't unzip these files by default, or at least it only does it sometimes. It depends on your browser, I think. So if I go here into downloads, and there is case1.zip, so you right-click and then extract all, and then extract. And that will create a folder containing the unzipped stuff. And here's the folder. And so in here, there's rhino.log, rhino2, rhino3.log, and rhinousb.dd. DD means a direct copy of a storage device. It's from a Linux command, disk duplicate. These contain various log files. One of them is actually a packet capture with the unusual extension log. All right, so right now, there's various files in there, and what we want to do is make an autopsy case and import rhinousb.dd, which is a disk image. So I'll just go to my desktop where I can launch Autopsy. All right. And give it the usual answers. The only thing I have to remember is I want a disk image. Yes, this is this is Windows ARM. This is the official Windows 11 on ARM. No longer a development release, so it runs better. So I make a new case, F201. All right, next. And I don't care about the case number or anything. I can just finish. And now it's got to spend 30 seconds making the empty container to stick the data in. Does Microsoft what? No, but I think I'm getting a trial version. I think it'll start complaining after 30 or 60 days, complaining that I don't have a product key. But it's right inside VMware. It downloads Windows. It's right there. It's amazing. You don't even have to download it separately. So, yeah, if you have the latest version of VMware, you can put Windows 11 right in there. You don't even have to go download the ISO or anything. It does it all automatically. It's very nice. I don't know how VMware and Microsoft are cooperating so well, but they really are. So it makes it nice and easy to work on an M1 now. The problem is some things don't work right on the M1, but everything in this class should be okay. In the malware analysis class, there are some parts where you have to look at the x86 assembly code, and therefore you can't be running on ARM. So some of those projects will really have to be on physical x86 Intel type processor. But quite a few of them work on ARM. And one thing I'd like to write, I was just looking into it, Windows provides ARM64 debuggers now. So I could be compiling ARM malware and disassembling the ARM malware. So that would be pretty fun. I might write that project. It might take me a while to get to it though. I don't know if there is any ARM malware for Windows yet. Probably not, but it won't be long. People just have to recompile their source code for ARM, and as soon as... but there isn't any ARM hardware. I don't think you can buy an ARM Windows 11 yet, laptop. When that comes out, they'll probably start writing malware for it. I'm sure it's coming, though. Microsoft wouldn't have written it, except they probably want to make like a MacBook Air, an ARM Windows book. All right, so now here, generate new host name, that's fine. And here I'm going to import disk image data. So next, and now I want to browse and go into the case 1 folder and get the DD file. Come on. There, the DD file is the disk image. So I open that, and then next, and I'll just do all the analysis, that's fine. Next. That'll give me all the information it can figure out from that data. Which I think, like the previous ones you've done here, is a really small data set, like a thumb drive full of data. It doesn't have all that much, so it doesn't require a huge machine or take a long time to analyze. Data source has been added to the local database. Files are being analyzed. Okay. I'll hit finish. All right. And you see down there it is analyzing. And you see a bar. So there we are, 64%. Okay, it's moving along. And stuff is appearing here. File types, by extension. I got, none of them showed up yet. It's just been the empty categories. So I think it's still analyzing. Let's go take a look at the instructions while that's happening. All right, so after you got it in there, then you should find 7 images. And the images are crocodiles and stuff. Okay. And then hunt through to find the mother rhinoceros and a child, okay. And take a picture of that. Then look at the deleted files, which you'll find here, deleted files, and you'll find some deleted images to hunt through. And then there's a diary to read. Yeah, that's good. All right, so let me get back to it here. Yeah, here we are. So, nope, the images are still go 64%. All right. So one thing that a lot of students get confused at, so you find some images, and then you find a diary, which is a big Word document, like a couple pages of text. You really have to read the diary. That tells you what happened. That's like the criminals plotting. And you can answer some questions by what you find in the diary. So, all right. That's all there is to it. And this thing seems to be taking forever, but I guess if I wait long enough, it'll pop up for me. See if I have Task Manager. We do have Task Manager. And it's 100% CPU. Okay. Autopsy running. Yep. Okay. It's doing its best. Using all the memory, too. All right. So it's not just dead. It's working. Just taking longer than I think it should. Anyway, I think it's enough. You see, we can just see from the instructions here what you're looking for. So you're just trying to find various objects. There's some images, there's some deleted files, and there's a Word document to read through. And you can answer various questions. I don't think I'll bother hunting through it. Find the application MS Word document here. There's a Microsoft Word document. And that's in the deleted files. And in there you will find a whole bunch of stuff to read. So that's all. I think that's enough demonstration for this one. Let me stop the recording.